Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater, Bert and Archeon continued wandering around the Kelnarin Temple Labyrinth while Ramses recovered from his recent wounds in the Dancing Hut and afterwards won a fish taco eating contest in Delbrook before Cersei teleported back to Oestra with pregnant Morrigan. Meanwhile, Vermilek Fortiga continued her video game-like, seemingly endless series of challenges, and after defeating another enemy, touched a magic crystal save point. Cersei and Morrigan, back in Oestra, figured out how little they could do without proper access cards. So Cersei got a job in town for a temporary white pass, and got to know the locals in the taverns at night. Later decided to contact the crew back in the Dancing Hut, and reveal to everyone the sex of Morrigan's unborn child after scrying it in the womb. And Harlock telepathically contacted his comatose father with the news. Then Cersei applied to work on a project at Dulway, and when the product was finished, she purchased one. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Or I could go to the Blind Light Guild. They got a place where they can throw no hands and shit.
Well, they have to take Turtle Flap all the way there.
What I have to take? I'd have to take Flap, little Flap.
Yeah, to grow his hand back. They can't just give you a hand to bring back to him or anything. Have to heal him.
Well, can I see if he can take a break on his manhood test to go get a new hand?
Yeah, you want to go talk to him? Go visit the Turtle Flap house and see if he wants to come with you on a journey to go get a new hand?
Like, hey man, things got really fucked up last time. Like, I wanted to respect your people and not go on a murder rampage on that turtle, because it seemed like something you might respect. So, sorry things went the way they did, but I would like to try to, my debt, I guess, and try to get you a new hand, if that's possible.
Circle of Life, yeah. I would love to have a hand. I was unable to catch a Nymph Water Strider because I didn't have a hand to do so.
We'd have to go to, I guess, was it East Linya, to the Blind Light Guild, and I think...
East Linya?
Yeah.
The other side of this island?
Yeah, it's really nice this time of year. You'd love it.
I've never been so far away from the swamp before.
Are we gonna have a spritz up? Does he need spritzing?
I'm a Gripply, so I'm a frog person. I can live above on land, but I do really enjoy the water.
This is something that you'd be interested in. I would be more than glad to help you get another hand since I aided in you losing your last one. Sorry.
Well, that would be really, really cool of you to do that.
Cool. Well, I'd also like to talk to his family and make sure that they're okay with this, and then after that, set up on the journey. Make sure he's ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, his parents don't want him to leave. They're very emotional, but this can also be part of his journey to becoming a man, I guess. And if he comes back with a hand, then he's more likely to be able to find a mate. So, you seem like a nice enough guy. They're gonna trust you with their young child.
Can I volunteer to go with you if you're gonna go to the blinding light
place?
I feel like.
And Juwan's agreed to come along. She meets his parents, and they're like, "Oh, you guys seem like responsible adults."
I need to get a little bit more positive influence into kids' life, and I think exposure to the Blinding Light Guild would be a good way to do that.
Cool. I was thinking about going and taking going to their school for a little bit too. So yeah, do you want to make moves and head that way? Because we're gonna have to go by foot.
Yeah.
Is Frederick with you guys? Frederick's in the hut, so I doubt he came to Turtle Flap. So I'll definitely go and say bye to him before I left. I was just gonna leave Frederick all alone in the hut.
And Ramses is there, and I think Viva's there.
And Aristophanes
is there.
Aristophanes can't go to the Blinding Light Guild. He's evil.
Yeah, he's pretty evil. That's
good
right?
though, because
so there'll still be 4 of them in the hut. Yeah, there's still 4 people in the hut. So
should we brace our Cersei and tell her that we're leaving her hut behind and let her know who's there to take care of it?
You roll perception real quick, Will? Yeah. 19!
Yeah, you here.
I'm just going to tell her we're going to go make a visit to the White Hospital in East Lenya and get this kid a hand. I'm going to get really awesome stuff.
Where? Where else would it be? Demon's Knot? Oh, is it Demon's Knot? Good thing you called me! I'm pretty drunk. A lot. Alright, so yeah, we need to find a boat.
Okay, well you're in a domed swamp city that has a pretty large port.
Yeah, I'm saying, filling you in on the rest that we're going to go to Demon's Knot, go to try to get this little dude a hand. Do you guys have anything that you might be able to use the hut for? Get you there fast?
Demon's Knot. Nope. Morgan might, but no.
You still have that shield? No, you sold that. No, I got that shit. I'm not going to throw it in the fucking pot. Yeah, but then it magically regrows in the pantry
if you eat it. If you eat it. Brings you to eat a shield.
Yeah. Shield soup! Oh, the flavor's there. No,
I think besides that marble, everything that makes a soup has to be some sort of perishable item. Not like, you can't just throw your armor in there and eat it.
I'd say, we're gonna go to the docks and try to find a blinding light ship. Will probably be hard on this side of Lincoln, but
We could just
Especially if Cersei, I don't know if Cersei did tell you guys or not, that she's part of a secret organization here that does stuff for Cranagris. This is a Cranagris dock. I think that's pretty obvious either way that this is Cranagris property.
We could always just go to Galbraith and leave
we
from
go
there.
Verme.
Because that's like a good city, so they would probably have connections with...
Yeah, or Verme. They're one of those two.
Oh, yeah, Fairmay's a lot closer. Let's go there.
Yeah. Can we go out the main gate and then trek it up there?
Yeah, you can go out the front entrance of Delbook. You'll be on the outer island of Delbook there, outside the dome.
Forgot it's an island.
I mean, it's just like a little stretch of swamp. We can go through that, right?
You can try anything you want.
Yeah, there's a lady who doesn't want us in that swamp, though.
I thought she didn't want us to drag her house around in that swamp. I didn't think that, like...
She doesn't want, she just wanted you to stay out of the swamp.
Yeah, that's worse.
Some of us can fly, but...
No, I can't get a small bottom boat. Yeah, you do your bottom boat. Carlock, can you ride us out of here?
Yeah, didn't I got a 12-passenger boat.
Where's it?
At the docks, didn't I?
Yeah, you rode it in.
Yeah, that's right. You parked it here. The little tiny shore boat.
Yeah, from Werewolf Town.
Yeah. I guess that's still parked here. Probably could let you use it.
Yeah, we'll try. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna stay here by myself, so I guess I'd go with them.
I mean, you're not by yourself. Ramses is there. Aristophocles, Viva Caligula, Froderick.
All the people that never play D&D. Yeah, I would follow them probably.
All right, so you go along. Harlock follow.
You're like, my wife's about to give birth. I'm gonna go to a different island.
Yep, classic Harlock.
Nice, Dad.
Classic Harlock. So Harlock hops on his boat. How are you guys piloting this thing? How are you getting out of here? You untie it from the dock, I assume, at least?
I think we would be smart enough to do that.
All right, you untie it from the dock, and then what?
Juan's a knot master, so she's got
Yeah, the knots are down.
Um,
She does have the knot skill.
I got
And Kit has had
survival.
some sailing experience, sort of.
Yeah, I got the astrolabe.
You guys can navigate. Who's piloting? Who's doing the work, I
We
guess?
can control. I can do some like weather and water
Gusts of
calming
wind.
control stuff to like.
Whenever you need to go a
help.
certain direction, you just gust of wind that way.
And control water too, yo.
And control water. Alright, so we'll say that among your combined sets of skills, using magic and the like, are you guys trying to pilot this little boat too from around
We're just
Delbook?
going to Ferme, right? From like around the top tip, like the northern tip of the island, the other side. So we probably don't even need to get that far away from shore.
Can't go that far from
You
Yeah.
cannot.
Yeah, well.
We have to go out
I did roll high enough for an encounter as you guys are leaving town, so you guys are taking the boat around the edge of the swamp to the shore, near that tip of the island where Ferme is at, near the southern farms. Piloting the ship through what looks like a mosquito swarm.
Damn it.
Roll for initiative.
Fucking was-
How far is the swarm away?
God.
You guys have sailed into it. It is here. Roll for initiative.
It is here.
Roll into 3 swarms of look like mosquitoes. I got a 15 for them. Roll group initiative for the 3.
I got a 12.
18 and 23.
I 16, 14.
So yeah, you guys are right at the that little tip of the area between the swamp and the mainland, and you've come through this bit of mosquitoes. You can't avoid it to the right because you'd be going to the swamp, which you know is dangerous, and you can't go out to the left because that's deep ocean where your ship won't fare very well. So you guys have to ride it through these mosquitoes. Who beat 15?
Both of us.
Joanna
Everyone but Harlock.
All right, so
I only character that it was Bronze Wizard.
there you go. Everyone that beat 15, do a thing.
Bronze Wizard, Juan.
Yeah. Sounds like
Can I, well, Kit got a 23.
So Kid, Chuan, Bronze Wizard.
Okay, so I want to do a knowledge nature and see if wasps are dangerous to mosquitoes, like if they attack them. Like if I put on my wasp cape, does it protect me?
I mean, it will do damage to the swarm if it attacks you that way that cape always does if you're in that mode.
But I can't like make the wasps attack the mosquitoes. Bad check.
Yeah, you don't know. It might work.
12.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to put it on. Swift action, I'm going to put that on anyway.
Okay.
I think actually Kit will put it on because he has much lower health points.
You throw Kit your wasp cloak.
Yeah, and then, so, I think that the summoning a swarm of bats strategy worked out well last time, so I'd like to do that again. Summon up a swarm of bats.
Alright, so you got some bats. How many swarms do you summon?
Kit and Juwan will each do one.
So 2 swarms of bats in the attack. You get them attack this turn? Or they have summoning. Are we playing summoning sicknesses rules where you just summon this at the way to turn?
I don't know, you make the rules, Brian.
Jeez.
You tell me what the rules
How
are.
more percentage chance for these guys to see?
I like summoning sickness myself.
I agree. So yeah, summoning sickness. They can't attack this turn. They're here. Next turn they can attack. You're on a boat. You can try to take cover.
Yeah,
So,
can both are for the move action for both of them. They're just going to try to take cover.
Where?
Underneath the capes that I'm wearing. Like,
Gonna like pull them over
so
you.
like, yeah, the birds will go with Kit under the wasp cape, and then I've just
Alright,
got,
so you guys just like dive. You just
yeah, and then
summon
I'll
some
just-
bats and then dive to the deck and like throw these things over your face. Do you guys like sail through these mosquito swarms?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
All right. So you see Juan and Kit hit the deck. It's probably what alerts everyone else to what's going on. You see bats appear.
The birds aren't doing anything because last time.
Juan and Kit probably yell mosquito swarm. Eek! Also Bronze Wizard.
So, Bronze Wizard's got my Hedge Wizard club. Alec did the Medusa's club. So he's going to blast out a color spray into vivid color flashing colors, comes forth from your hand, causing creatures to become stunned, perhaps also blinded, possibly knocking them unconscious. So 2 HP or less, the creature is unconscious, blinded, and stunned. So will negates, and there's still...
Alright, these are a 5 or more HD creature, so they're only going to be stunned for one round. But either will negates for them, I'll roll 3. 15, 15, and 19.
Well, it's 19.
So only one of them. The other 2 are stunned for one round. Stuns the mosquitoes.
Cool.
And then it's mosquitoes' turn, but only one of them gets to go. So that was lucky. They swarm you. So everyone in this 10-foot space of the one mosquito will take this damage. So roll percentage chance if you're on the boat. If you roll below 50%, you are in the swarm range. If you roll above it, you are not.
45, I'm in it.
94
For
John
safe.
and 55.
Kid's barely safe, but he's safe. Anyone else roll below 50?
Harlock, Caesar.
Harlock and Caesar are going to take 1 con damage, and I need to make a fortitude save.
19.
20. Unnatural 20.
Yeah, you're both fine with the disease. You just take the 1 con damage, and you are not diseased.
You said there's 3 swarms?
Yep.
Can I do, you remind me of the babe on 1 swarm?
But once I'm inside, I get an intel, so they're going to be gone for at least 1 round. So you cast that on one of them.
And you get to beat 20 intel every round.
Well, their intelligence is 0, so they're going to be gone for 20 minutes. So you've basically gotten rid of one of the swarms with that for 20 minutes. So you can pretty much get out of here by the time that happens. So 1 swarm gone.
Alright, I'm gonna say it's the one that was attacking us, of course.
Strength of the bull, and then aspect of the mouse for evasion and strength for Alec. He's already got that shit on. So that's my swift. And then I'm gonna roll attack on the swarm nearest to Alec. So 34, 19 on the next one.
So 1 hit, 1 miss. Who's doing this? Caesar?
Alec.
Using a weapon?
Yeah,
No.
that would be 9 damage. I'm gonna surge and use Beast Fury. I'm gonna have Caesar do an extra attack before he does his attack.
Alright, so use 1 mythic point to do Beast Fury.
31,
It's a hit.
and then 23,
Hit.
32.
32 damage.
Yeah, Caesar's gonna take his normal attack.
Alright. Same one. Same swarm.
Yeah, 27, and then 34 for his second one.
Both hits.
So 19 damage for his second attack.
The boat continues to move. The swarm follows you guys.
Jerks.
You're heading towards the shore. You guys are fighting these mosquitoes.
Those are the bat turn.
If everyone else is gone, then yes, back to the top. It'll be you and Kit and your bats.
5.
Pretty good.
2. If I do Gust of Wind, would it blow them away?
Yeah. This is the perfect opportunity to use your favorite spell.
Yeah, can I Gust of Wind these mosquitoes then? Like,
You can gust of wind at least one of the swarms, but...
okay, so that 7 damage
Actually, I'll roll
was on
percentage
one
chances.
swarm that's
Hold on,
already
I'll
been
roll, so you might be able
attacked.
to hit both. I will. Yeah, you can hit them both.
Okay.
You can gust of wind them both.
Alright, well, that 7 was still going to, like, the one swarm that's already... Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna Gust of Wind them and,
Alright, you gust of wind them. They are dispersed.
dispersed.
So yeah, you guys win.
Woo!
Oh yeah, Turtle Flap's here, so it is 6.
I'm chilling underneath the boat, man.
Yeah, he hid the whole time, but he's here, so I'm gonna give him some experience from this. So you guys get 1,200 each
Woo!
for scaring off some mosquitoes. So the boat is now heading dangerously close to the shore. I need you guys to make some sort of sailing check or something to prevent yourself from running ashore.
What kind of boat is it? Like a rowboat?
Yeah, it's a pretty small, almost smaller than a keel boat, bigger than a little tiny rowboat. It's not like a dinghy or anything.
Okay. It's big enough for 12 people, right? So what do you
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like big.
It's big, but it's not huge. It's not very maneuverable. It does have oars and a small sail. It's smaller than your old boat, but it's akin to the same style. Like, this is obviously the style of boats on this side of the island.
I'll just cast water breathing on myself, grab a line, and I'll just hop off the boat. So I kind of anchor it until, and just walk us in. Sea anchor, yeah.
So Alec casts water breathing on himself, walks along the bottom of the ocean, and drags the boat around the shore. You're going to drag it all the way to Fairmay? How long can you water breathe? Just long enough to save the boat, probably, right? Or an hour? That's enough to leave you guys for at least a while.
I've got airwalk.
Uh-huh.
Can I walk walk on air and drag the boat, helping him in the same direction?
I mean, are you strong enough to pull a boat? I mean, it is floating, I guess, which makes it lighter, but not
Subject
lighter.
treads on air as if solid, so I assume I'd be dragging it like it's
Yeah.
a
So imagine if a boat, you'd be doing the same thing Alec is, like walking with a boat tied to you.
Yeah.
That's something you feel like you could do, Harlock. You guys can roll strength checks together to see if you can pull a boat.
I got 6 hours, so we can alternate or something.
Gust of wind. How long airwalk lasts? Not long.
Then I'll say once again, I'll roll another percentage chance anything happens, but using all of your magics, you're able to once again, not necessarily sail the boat, but somehow pilot it to where it's supposed to go. Roll me a perception check as you guys near Fairmay.
Natural 20, probably underwater.
Yeah, you probably see them because there are some small caves on the edge of the island here outside of Fairmay. There's probably Alec the one's going to see all 5 of these very large, disgusting slime-covered toads with like walrus-like tusks, like a walrus toad, coming out of the caves underwater towards you. So roll for initiative with these 5 toads, Alec.
I got 12. Me and Caesar have an emphatic link.
So he'll know you're in trouble.
But he can't tell you about it.
Yeah. Well, so Caesar's on the boat. Caesar's on the boat, acting very stressed out right now. We'll go ahead and say that. So Caesar's like pacing back and forth and like banging stuff and looking very nervous.
Fucking boat.
Yeah,
Back in the boat.
I'm holding the line right now, walking the boat.
Uh-huh.
Can I use her to grab it and
Start yanking?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, but I want initiative, so these guys are going to get 1 attack as Caesar starts yanking you up, okay? I got to roll sometimes versus your AC, but you'll probably be fine. I got an 18 versus your AC.
good?
I got 18 versus your AC, and a 23. And a 14, and a 20. Not natural. So 23 is the highest one. None of those high enough to hit you. Yep, so they try to bite you, but miss.
I'm gonna roll a strength check on Caesar, I guess.
Yep, see if you can pull you up fast.
26.
Yeah, that's good enough to pull you up. You're less than 260 pounds or less. And you're underwater, so you're probably, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm not actually that tall. Yeah, I weigh 180.
Yeah, so you're good. He's able to pull. He yanks you out of the water really fast. You're like hurtling through the water upward. Let's see if these things try to follow you or not. They do not. They leave you be, and Caesar pulls you back up onto the ship. But you guys are pretty close to Fairmay at this point. Juan's gust of winds. You guys can pilot this thing at least somewhat safely to the dock. Don't even cause any damage to the dock. You guys park at Fairmay with your little tiny boat.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna give them a heads up on those walrus booger monsters. There's walrus booger monsters down there. And then I feel obligated at least to check on, see how the city of Fairmay is doing.
Hey, you guys want to walk around and see how things are? Roll me a perception check. What do you got, Harlock?
God damn it. That's 23, actually.
Alright, so as you guys arrive at the docks, you notice there are several troll guards. Troll guards.
Triple guard.
Several troll guards posted at the dock, carrying very large weapons, probably about the same size as you guys are. You might even notice several trolls inland. Most of them seem to be wearing some sort of official Cranagris uniform, guarding the city.
I mean, I'd be down to liberate this town at some point, but
Do we see any, like, halflings running around, or just trolls?
You still see some halflings, but they all seem to be being watched over by trolls. Like, trolls are at all the farms, they're at all the buildings, they're on the dock here. If you guys walk around town, they'll pretty much be everywhere. You go to the tavern, there'll be troll guards in the tavern just watching people drink. They seem to have taken over the town, but they seem to be under the employ of Cranagris. They're wearing gray outfits, akin to the ones in Cranagris, which I think you guys might have seen before.
strikes last time, wasn't it?
How many times are we gonna have to save this
I'm
spell?
sick of this. It's like, come on, you guys, tighten up. Hear yourselves.
Welcome to my raid.
I think the best idea is might be to report this back to the Blind Light Guild and see how they feel about it, and then work from there.
How are we gonna get in touch with Blind Like It?
We just get them to. Hey, there's no boats here, right?
Yeah, I mean, the only boats that seem to be arriving right now are like large barges from Nirwin carrying trolls to and fro. Some barges of trolls leaving to go other places, but not a lot of human or other friendly traffic. You don't see any sign of any blinding light type ships. Nelmuth or Baldonk, you might have even went looking for them, but have found no sign of them. So they're usually your contacts for the blinding light. Like they would usually arrange for a ship to come, and you can't find them to arrange for a blinding light pickup.
How many trolls are we talking here?
Probably about 1,000.
Okay, what?
Not at all. We got this. How are they surviving? This is a tiny little town.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they seem to be coming and going. Like there's a lot working here as a guard. I'm saying that's including the ones in the barges and.
Oh, you know what'd be fun? Is reopening the well and just buffing the town.
I mean, there's trolls there now.
You know what? If Cranagris took over the city, opening the wells up to fuck Cranagris over would be the right thing to do.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Because the tunnels run all underneath the city.
Yeah.
We can get close, wait till night, pop that well open.
I can just cast greater invisibility. So we just go pop it open during the middle of the day. Throw some junk in there and see what happens.
Well, there'd be an element of surprise if we wait until nighttime, though.
You can be visible at night too.
I like it. I'm just saying, like, if the town is taken over by Krangers, right? So this is Krangers.
I mean, they kind of already had it before, but Fairmont was sort of autonomous and just reported to Kranigers. It seems they've taken an authoritarian move here and are now enforcing laws. There seems to be a lot of troll guards, probably run by someone from Krangers. There's probably a human or a halfling here in town that is employed by them that's in charge. But the trolls are definitely working for them and doing their bidding.
Let's throw a fucking wrench in these guys' work, man. Fuck it up.
Alright, do we rest for the night?
Yeah, let's take a nap and then let's get up, like late night.
You guys just rest on the boat?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast invisibility here on us, though. So
Yeah.
You guys sleep invisibly on a boat?
Yeah.
Cool, and Dean, the owl, can be awake to give you guys an alert if anything happens.
Are you down with this, Liz?
Yep.
Why don't you guys nap on the boat? Take a boat nap.
We're not doing anything really evil. We're just trying to take out these assholes from Krangers who are evil. So I'm okay with this. Does anyone have any garbage they want to throw down this well? Because this well's
I got a lot of
garbage.
Just throw everything at once and run away.
Yeah.
Wait, why do we have to throw garbage into the well?
Okay, so the well's got like a monkey's paw kind of deal, like Glorpnog. Remember that weird alien seed? Yeah, he came from that well. So
Okay.
There are a couple bombs down there.
yeah, that bomb monster's coming out.
I have a sneezing cloud bomb. I don't know if that.
Yeah, like everyone gets brain cancer in town. I don't know about that.
They're just throwing a bunch of asbestos down a well.
Yeah. I've got an ingestible poison. We could like poison the water with this belladonna.
Boy, somebody's poisoning the water hole.
Here's the other problem with that is that there are regular people in this town that aren't. We don't want to have metal damage.
Yeah, I feel like only the halflings know not to use fucking well. They know it's
we
fucking.
did seal the well up. That's a good point.
Yeah, so only the
And,
trolls
we
have
made
tried to
it. We
use
made
it.
it. Bronze Wizard to cast greater invisibility. That way we can go over there and like go out.
These trolls have like an army camp or something set up.
They seem to be sleeping in a lot of the farms. They seem to have taken over a lot of the houses. When you went to Beldunk and Nalmuth's house, there seem to be a lot of trolls stationed in there. They don't fit very well. These are, of course, halfling homes, so it's usually like just one of them, one or two, like shoved in these little places. They seem pretty uncomfortable, but they're sleeping in the barns, sleeping in the houses. Seems to be pretty quick turnover. They seem to be like bringing in a lot of trolls and like shipping them out other places. Seems to be like a
Like a reassignment center.
yeah. This is like the station where trolls first come and get like Kranigers assignments, and then start doing other things for Kranigers.
Yeah, that might be a good thing to show.
You know what we should do is we should find out what office these trolls go to like get their assignments, and we should alter the assignments from like bad things to good things. Like swap out the paperwork so that they go and like build homes in the edges of Orlando or something.
They are dumb.
So they wouldn't question it. We could just like get them to turn on themselves. Yes, if it's a troll handing.
So the person handing out the orders also has to be dumb.
Well, it can just be an invisible person. I mean, couldn't we just like put pieces of paper, like take out the paper?
You think
from
they
their
give
files?
You think they give trolls written orders?
That's true. Yeah.
I say we stick with the plan.
Well, maybe they need things in writing because they're trolls and they're stupid, and they would need like step by step.
Most trolls can't read.
I don't know. Maybe we'll just kill them all then.
How do you do this?
That's the Liz I like.
Chaotic evil is.
Alright, well, let's all...
So in the middle of the night, after you guys take a little nap on the boat, you sneak out in the middle of night, under the cover of invisibility. Are all of you going? One of you going? If less of you go, it's easier to stealth.
what
If you
exactly
guys know
are we
anything about
doing?
stealthing, like going as a group's not the stealthiest thing to do.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. Exactly, like what exactly is going to happen?
I don't know, do you want me there in case something goes wrong? Or...
Oh, there's stealth.
Yeah.
Me and him both have over 10 stealth.
Okay, well, alright, you two go. Liz and I will hang on the edge of town. I'm gonna cast Obscuring Mist, though, before they go in to, like, create, like, fog.
Okay, you're casting it on them, so it follows them?
No,
Or are you casting it on yourself, so it follows you? Or are you casting it on an area, so it stays in a particular area?
I would like to cast it, if I can... Wait, no, I got it. I'm gonna cast it on myself. I only got a 20-foot range. And then Dwan can gust of wind it in the direction of the
If
well.
she gusts of wind, it's going to disperse it.
Yeah.
Gust of wind breaks up fog, doesn't just move it.
Alright. No, yeah, we'll let them go. We'll hide off on the outskirts and watch.
So what are you guys actually doing?
You'll see.
Well, dump some garbage down it and see what happens.
What do you guys want to throw down there?
Yeah, let me
what
look
are
at
you
my
gonna
garbage that I got.
You guys give it. This is the part where you give Alec your garbage.
Yes.
It's dump day, guys. Get your packs out and get all the items you don't want. Give them to Alec to throw down a well.
I don't actually know if I have garbage. Like I got rid of sold my like crap
I'm
weapons.
sure you got something you want to see go very bad. Throw in the well.
got more rhino horse?
Throw Kit down there. See what happens.
Super hit.
I've got this cool red dagger.
Give me a cool red dagger and a glamour dagger.
I have 3 weeks worth of horse food, or maybe 2 or something. I don't really need that.
And no horses
Take a
to
bunch
feed
of like
anymore.
oats and throw them down a well.
I've got this dagger that's intelligent. I don't know about that, but that could be it. A cherub-handled dagger. It's an Irori dagger. Strong intelligence, +5 versus evil. I feel like trolls are evil. Alright, I'm gonna throw that shit down the well. Let's see what happens.
That and the horse food.
Alright, you take the dagger. Do me a will save when you take the dagger.
That wasn't my wheelhouse. It's a 7. I'll surge it. I don't want to fucking...
You need to surge it. You need to make it a 20.
I'm rolling, buddy.
Alright.
Oh, there you go. 6. There you go. 3 6s in a row. The opposite of it.
It was the same die.
So yeah, you are not compelled to go do something.
Okay, what about blackout? That might be fun.
I'll throw a blood block in there.
I've got some blackout charges.
Oh, it's like my forget me now pills.
Yeah, why don't you take one of those and try that out?
You guys gotta remind me.
You just find a way to give that forget-me-now stuff to all of the trolls that get their orders. Like, as they walk out the door, like, ether them. So they're like, what? And then it just, like, stops the army. That sounds very long-winded, though. Never mind.
I have to run really fast.
Yeah, just book it, bud.
Yeah, me and Caesar will mosey on.
Alright, so you and Caesar sneak into town. You have your invisibility spear on, right? That gives you a bonus to your stealth. I'll roll a perception check for these trolls if you want to roll a stealth plus, I think it's 5 for invisibility.
Plus 40.
Oh, well, don't. Yeah, you're going to be fine then because I rolled a 6 for these guys, so even with their perception bonus, which isn't that high, you're going to be fine. You guys are able to sneak up to the well.
Cool. I'm gonna use obscuring mist. I don't want them to see us moving it.
Okay, so you obscure mist around the area. Mist starts forming around the well. Do you cast it on yourself or on the well, or?
That's on the well. You know what? Instead of using moving the stone that I put on top of it, I'm just gonna cast stone shape on it and make it a higher well. Like so, I'm gonna take the mass that was from the inside and donut it,
Make
go
it
up.
taller, so that way that it's harder for the halflings to get in, but the trolls can still reach it.
Yeah, I don't want those little boys getting
Alright.
Very smart. Like that.
You make a
Yeah.
tall well.
Yeah.
To anyone else, if they thought this was a real well, they would think that's a cruel joke to make such a tall well in a town full of halflings. Like, now they'll never be able to get water.
It's for their protection.
Yeah, but you're doing it for their own good. You know it's for their own good.
So, I'm gonna throw in the blood block, the horse food, the forgive-me-nows. I'm gonna grab that blade, but I'm gonna have like a wet nap around it or something. Well, it made me weird last time. I'm gonna toss it all in there. We have 2 work boys.
What?
Alright, throw that stuff down into the well.
Look it, just please start running away.
Oh yeah, and then me and Caesar, ow!
Yeah, I'll roll the perception check on the way back, but it's still, not high enough. I didn't roll a natural 20, so they're not going to see you. You think they almost hear you when you're leaving, but you've now created a taller well, threw some crap in it, and fled back to your little tiny boat.
See what happens.
Yeah, now what do we do? How long do we have to wait?
I think we just like hang outside, try and see if anything happens.
I mean, nothing happens immediately.
I'd like to try to go towards Demon's Town, but we can't take that boat, can we?
And that boat's not seaworthy.
Does it look like there's any boats that might be able to tow us out there? Or?
Well, there's plenty of large barges here. They seem to be manned by trolls or troll barges. So, like, large, flat, almost rafts, really. They're piloted by manpower alone. These guys have, like, rowed their way all the way here from the island of Nerwin. No sails, just big flat barges.
I'm gonna roll a perception check to see how many trolls are normally on a barge. 29.
A lot of times the trolls will sleep there because it's more comfortable than the halfling houses in the barn. So actually there's piles of trolls on most of them, and all of them are always guarded by at least one troll, the captain of the barges. Barge captains usually stay with their ships. Usually once you're a troll barge captain, once you've gotten your own barge, you don't leave it for fear that someone might take it. So those guys are pretty fiercely territorial about their barges. It's how they make a lot of their money, their living, is transporting trolls to and fro. So they usually work pretty cheap because they're trolls and just running a barge, but...
I've walked to Eastland. Where's
Arlek has a map. Oh wait, Arlek doesn't have a world map. But he will tell you that it's the opposite side of the island.
Yeah, no, I've got a world map.
Juan's got maps too, so if you want a map, she can hold some to the screen for you. She's looking through them right now, I believe.
We're going to where?
I think he was talking about walking to East Linya or trying to get... So you guys are trying to get to Demon's Knot, I believe.
Yeah.
That's the end goal.
We're the big island on the
Yeah,
bottom,
yeah.
we're all the way on the left.
Yeah.
And Demon's Not the one
Bottom
all
right?
the way on the right.
Oh.
No, directly right.
Oh.
In the
Oh.
middle.
I was gonna get turtle flap in another hand, man. They got that white, the white hospital or
Why is
whatever.
there a hand on demons?
I'd say we just go back to Orestra.
Yeah, Alex, like, I know they were working on prosthetic hands there.
Yeah,
That's something
yeah,
my
I
dad's
think
been talking about for a long time. He was always going on and on about the robotics department making prosthetics, because we had a cousin who lost his arm in a machine accident. And one of the main goals of Dolway is to help people replace their limbs when they're lost. That's one of the first steps to maintaining or to having eternal life is being able to replace lost body parts.
Can I ask Turtle Flap about how his people would feel about like a prosthetic hand versus a real one? Because I could see that being shunned. I don't want him to be able to find a nice lady.
He doesn't know. He'd be the first of his kind, you know? He doesn't know anyone else that has a robotic hand. He doesn't even know what that means. Yeah.
A robot? You mean like a rowboat?
Yeah, what's a rowboat hand?
A rowboat hand?
Yeah.
What's a rowboat hand?
And what if it gets wet?
Yeah, will it work in the water?
Will it rust?
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
very
know.
concerned.
I think he needs the real hand. I want to give him the real deal.
Only the best.
I mean, I could leave and just hoof it until I find a port that can take me there. Much as I hate the idea, but that might be my only option right now.
What kind of places are the cities that are nearby? Are there? I mean, none of these have any good. Was Fairmay the only one that had like a good connection with Demon's Knot or with the Blinding Light Guild?
There's one more. Manitas? No.
There's Milo and Devites that are along this top part as well, the northern side.
Like two spots that like were cool with the Blinding Light Guild though, and I know Fairmay was one of them. I can't remember what the other one was.
You can always roll to remember.
I mean, would East Linya have more options if we just go to East Linya instead?
I mean, you would know the Blinding Light is better connected on East Linya, yeah.
I don't know. I think Harlock would want to go back to a restaurant.
Yeah. So I think we might need to split.
Alright, how are you all going that?
I'm just gonna huff it, I guess.
It's probably safer to go back to Oestra and then go that way, so you don't have to go through past Cranagus and Strix town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go through the mountains.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
You're gonna have to go past either the Strix or Cranagus if you go north. If we
Yeah, I'll just go back to you guys right now because I don't want to fuck with that shit.
if you go south, it's a lot safer.
Yeah.
Alright,
What
so
city are you going to end up on?
he doesn't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. Or else is going back to
I was going to
Western.
say for Fairmay, you could just follow the northern coastline into East Linya and go to Galbraith because we keep landing there.
Right through the Strix town.
Wait, Strix Town's to the left, isn't it? Or
So
south?
it's to the dead east of Fairmay. Remember? Cause
Yeah, I guess we can go around like the tar pit. I mean, I know where that is. I can just go around it. I've done it like 15 times.
But the Strix have always attacked us when we've gone through.
Oh,
I'm just saying, it's easier to go south, I think, than try
I
and
feel like
go.
I'm going backwards if I do that.
Just teleport there, man. Do you have anything from Demon's Knot that could
Alright, Harlock is going to Oestra. If you all went on this boat,
How is Harlock going to Oestra?
on the boat,
Alright, how are you getting that boat back to Oestra?
I'll figure it out. I'm trying to figure out these nerds on. I'm making fluff.
I get it. You're faking him out.
I mean, if going to Demon's Knot is still on the table, that's like, I am still interested in a Blinding Light visit.
Go.
I think he's still trying to go there. I think he's just a detour.
I'm just saying it's safer if you go the south route than the north route.
See, I don't know the south route very well, though. I remember the north route. I've done it a million times.
We've been to every city in the south. It's all a bunch of pansies. The only problem was
Going
Medusa, which
Yeah.
we killed, knocked out all the fuckers.
Yeah, there's that still fucking spider monkey, man.
Hungry spider monkey, eat your money.
Yeah, I'd rather kill Chris than that motherfucker. Yeah.
Alec the Survivor says, I think he's using his survival skills right now. He knows the north route. He feels more familiar with it. It's safer. He's like, I just feel better about that route.
Yeah, I know my way around the tar pit. Like, it'll be fun.
Which way are you going around the top of it? South.
Yeah, wait, the Rex, tar pit, Slenia.
But you're going south of Cranagus like we did last time?
Joanne's got a map held up for you there.
Yeah. You going south of Cranagus?
No, I'd go north. I just go around the Strix area and then go straight into.
Dragon country.
No, that's East Linia. That's my forest right there.
But the mountains there, wasn't there a fucking dragon in there?
Yeah, I killed it.
Oh.
Yeah, dead.
You guys killed the bad stuff already. It's pretty safe to walk around now.
Yeah. Oh no, that's where more bad stuff moves in, isn't it? Oh shit. Let's go.
Alright, so Alec just walks out of town. Do you follow Juwan and Kit?
Yeah, sure.
I assume Bronze Wizard, Turtle Flap, and Caesar
Yeah.
all walk east out of Fairmay.
I'm gonna break with them since I can't sail this stupid fucking boat.
So you leave the boat behind and chase after them?
I'm gonna split with them.
Oh, you're gonna split with them.
I'm gonna head south in between the swamp and the graveyard.
It's like past Pont Vide.
Yeah.
So you're gonna follow them towards Milo, and then once you get there, that's where you're gonna split? That's once you guys get near the Strix people?
I'm not meeting them anywhere. I'm going straight back to the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you're on foot though, you're not sailing?
Well, I can't sail the boat solo, so...
That's probably
Wait,
true.
well, I don't. Wait, okay, wait. Back up real quick. I don't want you to lose your boat that you just found out
I'll go my way.
I didn't really think about you looting that boat.
I can buy another boat.
You don't understand this Machiman fortune.
Alright, okay.
It's just another boat.
Well, if you're not going to use the boat, can we have the
In
boat
fact,
and we
it's
can
kind of
just
a
sail
shitty
it?
boat, so.
Can we just sail the boat along the northern coast of the island rather than walk along the northern coast of the island? If he's just going to abandon the boat anyway, can we just like take it?
I have no sailing skills. I'm actually not a fan of water.
I'm sad. I think we're better off on foot. Without Morgan here, we're kind of fucked on the water.
True. You got no sailor with you.
But we have dolphins that we can tie to the boat, and the dolphins can steer the boat for it.
And remember, if you go north, there's the rat ninja boats.
Yeah,
Saltwater samurai.
that's the worst.
And the giant dragon turtle.
That guy's cool. Yeah, okay, wait, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys head out of Ferme. All about the same time. So roll one. I got an 83. We got an encounter as soon as you guys leave Ferme. That's fun.
What the hell?
Roll me a perception check.
At 20.
26.
Alright, you see one very tiny, minuscule, green-skinned humanoid with a very tiny, needle-thin rapier with a little pair of dragonfly wings holding this little wee creature aloft. It's a little tiny thing, but it's buzzing around you guys as you're traveling, trying to poke at you, so roll for initiative versus this little tiny thing. I got a 10.
I got 11.
22 for bronze wizard.
Alright, so anyone that beat 10.
Alright, I'm gonna shout out and comment.
5 and 20.
Try and talk to this fellow first.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere with a little pokey sword.
Yeah. Be like, what the hell, buddy? Like, trying to poke us.
Yeah,
We're cool. We cool.
He has a very tiny, squeaky voice in common, or Sylvan. He will reply. He'll say his name is Adam, and he is protecting this area. He is the border sentry.
Can you say, Madam, I am Adam?
I want to ask him what he's protecting it against.
Trespassers.
Okay. Who do you work for?
Because I work for the Dryads.
Giants. Oh, well.
righteous. Cool. Well, we're nature-loving folk. We're just passing through. We're not trying to step on your twigs and berries.
We're on your twigs and berries.
Yeah, we're just trying to go through and leave everything as was and is.
Alright, he asks if you mind if he follows along.
Yeah!
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You don't fuck with us, we won't fuck with you. But mutual trust.
Alright, so this little green man will hover around behind you guys, follow you along with his little needle-thin sword.
So yeah, let's be extra cautious as we go through and try to fucking...
He's watching you guys.
I'd like to chat with him, like, while we're walking. Like,
So what do you...
like, seem pretty small. Like, why did the Dryads recruit you to protect
Roll for
their-
initiative. He's insulted. Pretty small, huh? I'll show you pretty small. I got a 19 this time.
I'm on diplomacy again. Like, no, I didn't mean it like that. I got 24. I
Alright.
didn't mean you're small. I mean, like, I'm sure you're super powerful.
Yeah, that sounds better. What were you trying to say other than how powerful I am?
I don't know. I just know, like, why the Dryads need help. What's going on with the
What's the
Dryads?
danger in this area?
Yeah.
This whole island's pretty strange and has a lot of weak spots between different layers of reality. Near here is one of the weaker spots for the Fey world. We have to make sure that no one else crosses through, you know? Either in or out.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to tell you, we definitely are not trying to go out.
Ain't going out like that?
Just trying to pass through to get to the next town.
I'll follow you.
Okay.
I like it.
That's a pretty sweet rapier or whatever you got there, buddy.
Oh, it's a rapier. Very well made rapier.
Poisonous? That was poisonous. That was poisonous.
No, I don't need to poison my rapier. I mean, it's a rapier. It pokes things.
Alright, let's continue.
Yeah.
He pokes you with it. It doesn't even pierce your armor, but he like pokes you with it. See? I poke things. Yeah. Better watch out.
Don't fuck with this.
Alright, let's continue.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Adam.
Adam.
He seems to be hovering closest to our three nature lovers, the hunter and the two druids, of course. He seems very interested in you guys. Well, he is.
Alright, yeah, let's continue on.
Yeah, you do. You guys head through the plains. That was your only encounter here. You reach the edge of the tar pits. It's sticky, black, and goopy.
And
Yeah.
that's...
You can head
I say
north or
don't
south around
step
it.
in that.
Yeah, don't step in the tar. I think you guys just run up to not step in tar.
Yeah,
You weren't wandering around the middle of the night this time. It was daytime when you guys reached the tar pit. Yep, it's broad daylight. You guys are at the edge of the tar pit.
Killer. That's awesome.
You can head north or south around it.
Yeah. No strikes because it's dead.
Well, which way? Are you all going back to Oresta, or are you all going to go?
Yeah, I want to swing by my forest real quick, drive someone's cause doing, and then head down.
Okay, so we're going to go the same. So yeah, we'll head south towards the forest.
So you head south towards Pont Vide.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I was going to go directly.
You're heading east.
Okay, so yeah, this is where we split up then, I
Yeah.
guess.
All right, who do I follow?
Go with Pat.
Perfect timing.
So I head solo south in between the swamp, the graveyard.
Yeah, so you're gonna head past Pont Vide, so that'll take a day of travel. I gotta roll percentage, see if anything happens to you on your day of travel. No, pretty nice day actually. The weather's nice. You head past Pont Vide, which you're familiar with. Probably have some sour feelings towards your time in Pont Vide, but yeah, you're on the edge of the graveyard and the swamp. Your next day of travel, you're able to skirt the edge of the swamp without any trouble. But whenever you reach the edge of the graveyard, you are encountered by some ghouls. 6 ghouls to be exact.
6 of them? I don't think I have roll for initiative.
Correct. I'll do group for then. I got 18 for the ghouls.
I got 12.
So they got to go first. They're all going to try and bite you. I got a 5.
Nope.
I got a 10. I got a 16.
No.
I got a 17.
No.
I got a 17.
No.
So they all try to bite you and fail. They seem
Alright.
starving. Their sort of pallid flesh is stretched tightly over their thin, starved-looking frames. Hungry, thin zombies. Sharp teeth.
Alright. I'm gonna channel positive energy. I assume they're all right up on me, right?
Yep, they're all trying to bite you, so yeah, they're close enough to try to bite you.
Alright. You gave me something good. Oh yeah, my golden morning star adds to my channel. Is that just like total damage? Like plus 2 to
Yep.
12, 14, 16 damage to all of them. I cast channel energy. It's like a 30-foot burst on myself.
Alright, yeah, they're all out.
Positive energy, and I guess I would gain that hit points back if I needed it, but I don't.
Yeah, so you gain 2,400 experience points and defeat 6 undead who are now removed from this plane of existence, effectively.
So I'm at the corner of the graveyard then, you basically?
You're sort of a little more south of there, you're near the edge of the forest and the mountains.
Okay, well I'll head west, dead west, like north of the mountains, still kind of skirting. I'm gonna stay in between the forest and the swamp.
Yeah, you're able to make it safely back to the outer gate of Oestra. Welcome home.
Alright.
You enter the city with your white card.
Yeah,
Boop,
and
boop, boop.
I'd probably head straight to the house and try and find my wifey and Cersei.
You find them there, I'm sure.
Alright, I'll let them know that, even though they can call them on the breaks here, but I'll let them know that Alec and Juan have started heading towards East Linya to try and catch a boat to Demon's Knot.
Well, all for a hand? We can get him a hand.
That's what I tried to tell them. I tried to tell them that.
The two guys are reunited in the city of Oestra. See your pregnant wife, who's very pregnant, hanging out in your house, winding up the servants. She got her gun hang up on a gun rack on the wall.
You know where I want to put the gun? In the mirror.
Alright, you hide the mirror, the gun in the mirror. That's nice because it's like a gun safe. That way your baby doesn't play with it. Yeah.
I don't know. I saw something.
I think if we gave... I think the problem is toddlers don't have enough guns because if other toddlers had guns, they can defend themselves from toddlers with guns.
If they know that the other...
According to the Washington Post, Americans are shot by toddlers at least once a week. Toddlers have shot at least 23 people this year.
I need to find an item that I can make a stew with that would be Oestran. Can I do like a knowledge arcana on that might help me locate things that I would want?
Yeah, you can do that.
Is there anything like Harlock could do to help?
Yeah, I mean, you know a lot about the local cuisine. I mean, a lot of it is like if the dish is something local, like sourced from that area, that's more likely to bring you there. I said preferably a perishable item, which in your pantry can keep for up to a year without spoiling, because it's a magical space.
That would be local.
Yeah. Or
So you would know that like mealworms are a very popular thing here. Not that you would know that would bring. You don't know what's going to bring here. You don't have enough experience with the cauldron to know exactly what to bring. But you would think it would have to be something local.
Yeah, I got a 16 on local to try and help Cersei out.
Yeah, you know that people here are very fond of like root vegetables, like I said, mealworms, a lot of things that are grown underground, like not leafy vegetables or anything like that, but like tubers, carrots, potatoes, turnips, yams, mealworms. And they eat insects here, grubs. Those are the foods. Whenever he thinks about Oestra, those are the foods he thinks of.
can I do a knowledge history to find out like what the the regional dish or not the national dish, but like the city, there's the thing they're famous for, like if they have a certain type of
I'll roll with you on that.
dish. 25.
Well, there's these very expensive barky mushrooms they're known for around the world. That's probably their most famous food export. These mushrooms that taste like trees, but people still seem to love them.
Man, I want me some tree. How much are the mushrooms?
7,000 gold per mushroom. Harlock had some at his wedding, but he ate it. Yeah. Oh, it tastes like tree bark.
Can we do a knowledge local of where to find these mushrooms?
Yeah.
Or nature? Can I do nature? It'd probably be
Nature's fine. Yeah. You both will give you different results for different reasons. But yeah, you'll for more information.
127 for nature.
Yeah, I mean, you would assume probably dark, wet areas, probably out in the forest nearby here. You assume they source them locally, so it's got to come from a dark, wet area in the nearby forest.
You know who knows the forest really well, except he's fucking off. He's off on Instagramming to East Linya.
I need to look at a map and see. There's a bunch of zombies outside. I guess I'm gonna have to go try to get some of these mushrooms because I feel like that'd probably be a better chance than most of the other stuff I might buy to try to put in that cauldron.
So you go try to find some dank mushrooms?
Yeah.
Harlock will go with them.
Alright, well, I'll teleport us out into the woods. I'm not very familiar with those woods, though, I don't think.
We can just walk.
There's a lot of zombies and stuff in between here and there.
Guess what I'm good at?
You like zombies.
When you go outside, the exterior walls might be surrounded, like World War Z style, surrounded with zombies. Like, it's been thousands of zombies outside the city sometimes, and you guys have passed through, so...
Like in Walking Dead, when they were in Alexandria and all them zombies was just, like, hitting the wall.
I believe Harlock returned recently and didn't have much trouble getting in, so it might be, like, lighter zombie out right now.
Yeah, I'll say chill right now.
Alright, well,
We
let's...
should say the teleport.
Pretty chill right now, zombies.
Yeah, I think we're good. I would say I feel confident we can make it to this walking.
Let's go for it. Let's go hunting for shrooms.
Alright, so you guys leave the city. It's dark and raining out. It's still daytime, but it's like a gray, rainy day. It looks later than it is because it's so gray out. Sort of chilly. You guys head towards the woods. You enter the woods without any encounter. You guys are now in the northern wood above Oestra.
Alright, well, I guess cautiously I'll be trying to use my knowledge, nature skills, find the place most likely to have these bark mushrooms.
Yeah, roll it.
Natural 1.
I'll roll it.
I got a 1, you got a 2.
Yeah, you guys don't know where to look for these mushrooms. You start looking around, everything looks like a mushroom. It's all trees and dirt and mud and mushrooms and
If you have money,
straw.
why don't you just, like, pay somebody and ask them?
And Harlock will know that there's the reason these mushrooms are so expensive is because they are very hard to tell apart from another mushroom that's very poisonous.
Yeah, you
Alright,
should pay
I'm
somebody.
gonna roll my profession on this.
What's your profession?
Horticulturist.
Oh, I like it. Roll it for me.
Nat 20. Yes.
Alright, so with your horticulturalist, you would know that if you can find one, you could probably use the spores to replicate it and grow more of these mushrooms and make a ton of money. But you have to find at least one to do that. And you don't see one here yet unless you roll me a perception check to see one. Which you might be able to tell them apart, but it's going to take testing them, basically.
We got
Can
19
you just, like,
on
detect
perception.
poison them?
I got 21.
You guys are able to spot some mushrooms. Let's say you guys are able to collect 4 mushrooms you think may possibly be these bark mushrooms.
Yeah, can I summon a truffle,
pig?
A truffle pig?
Is that on the list of animals you can select?
I can summon a pig.
Yeah, I mean, you can summon a pig to help you guys snuff out some mushrooms if you want. I'm okay with that idea. You summon a pig?
What level I need to cast that as, though. Alright. Summon monster 1 or 2. I can summon a boar, 3rd level.
I feel like a pig would be.
Boars, look for him too. It's under my control. It's mine.
Was it summon
yeah.
monster?
Yeah, summon monster level 1. Well, this would be level 3 technically.
Alright, but we got at least 4 or 5, you said, right? That might be.
Ooh, it has scent, so we can get it to smell the mushrooms we already have and lead us to more of them.
Yeah, truffles are awesome.
Truffle to bite into like an apple.
But I get like a little grater.
Fries, duh.
So this boar is only going to last 1 round per level if he's not fighting.
Right.
So how many rounds is that? What level are you casting?
Three
Last
rounds.
3. So you got 18 seconds of boar. See how many mushrooms you can find in 18 seconds?
I can cast that multiple times over and over if I need to.
Yeah. I mean, he's able to sniff out more mushrooms that look similar to the ones you have.
Alright, so we
That's
got,
fine. 3
I'm
more.
trying to increase the probability that we get one of these bad
Yeah,
boys.
he finds 3 more mushrooms. You have 7 total now before he vanishes.
Alright. So let's try to figure out which one's the good one first. Yeah, well, we can, after we get it, I want to get more. I want a slightly higher probability. I want
to find the good one?
Yes, it would, but this way we have enough to test, and we can just keep summoning stuff and feeding it to it, and if it dies, we can work our way until we find it. I just want a higher probability that I'll actually have one,
Plus, we can grow more from the spores.
if we have the good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we just gotta.
Alright, so let me summon another boar and see. I want to get, hopefully 10 mushrooms to work with before we
So we're at 7.
Alright, how are you communicating with this boar, by the way? How are you telling it to hunt for truffles instead of attack something?
Does it speak Sylvan?
Yeah, all animals speak Sylvan.
Alright, well then I'll yell at it in Sylvan.
Well, I think Cersei summoned it. She has to be the one to give it a command.
Well, we got 7. Let's go with that. Let's see if we can. How do we figure out which one's a good one?
Well, we can work on that when we get out of this forest, I guess.
You leave the
Head
ghoul
back.
forest. As you guys are leaving the forest, you are set upon by 18 ghouls.
Ghouls.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Get them.
Yeah, these
16.
22.
19.
Cersei, ghouls, and then Harlock.
Roll perception check.
14.
Yeah, these ghouls seem to be moving towards you, and they also seem to be putting off a cloud of burning ash. Their body parts seem charred. You've got red, glowing embers floating within the mass, with like right in the center of these creatures. They reek of smoke and burnt flesh, and they're headed towards you. You get to go first.
Coming at you.
Don't have any water spells or anything like that. I'll just cast Cure, Mass Cure Light Wounds. So I can hit 11 of them that are no more than, or 12 that are no more than 30 feet apart. And will save for half damage.
I got a 24.
Yeah, no. Alright, so let's see. It's gonna be a D8 plus 6. So that's gonna be 8 damage. And I might as well surge that a couple times. 10, 11. That takes it to 17 damage, of which they take half. So 8 damage.
Okay. It's going to be a 27 versus Harlock.
That is dead on. 27 AC.
So you get a reflex save for half.
Holy shit, that's high AC.
Reflex is gonna be a 22.
So yeah, you'll take half. Then I got a 22, so that's a miss. And then a 20, that's a miss. 20, that's a miss. 24, it's a miss. And 25. The rest are all misses. You take half of 11, we'll say that's 5. Plus 1d6 of fire. So 3 fire damage on top of that. Plus energy drain, which is a DC 18. So it's a fortitude save.
4. Alright. That's gonna be 25.
Alright, so you don't lose a level.
They're all like really close to us, right?
Yeah, they just all tried to grab you.
I'm gonna channel positive energy. 19 damage to all of them, or plus 2, 21 damage to all of them, and then Cersei and I heal that much.
Alright, she's gonna cast Fly, and definitely, get out of their reach, because it doesn't sound like fun getting hit by one of those guys. My AC is wonderful. Then while I'm up there, I guess I might as well fire on 2 rounds of my crossbow. That was an after 1. So I hit Harlock.
Probably. The roll versus his AC again, I guess. It's probably going to miss, but it'll go towards Harlock.
That was a 20 non-natural. It only would have been 2 damage anyway.
Yeah. So, but an arrow does come whizzing by you. And that arrow is destroyed.
That's going to be a 22.
Just barely a hit.
8 damage to the one guy.
Alright, back to the guys. A few of them fly up at you. Cersei, try to slam you down. I got a 13 versus your AC.
Did they get polite?
Yep.
That's a miss.
I got a 22 versus your AC.
That is a reflex save.
I got a 14 versus your AC. And a 24.
It's a hit.
So 1 hit, 1 half hit. If you pull off a reflex save.
That's only 6.
That's 9 plus 8. So 17 plus 2d6 fire. 17 plus 11 fire damage. And you have to make a fortitude save.
Yeah. I have to beat an 18, or what do I have to beat?
18.
Alright, I got 15 right now, so I'm going to surge that. 17. Alright, yeah, that's supposed to be a 23.
Alright, and then for the second one?
Oh, yeah, fuck. That's going to be 18.
Alright, so just enough so you don't take it. And then back to Harlock, who's down on the ground. I think there are 4 up there with you. 4 down there with him, so now I get to try to attack him. Natural 20, making that a 30 versus Harlock, a 24 versus Harlock, a 24 versus Harlock, and a 27.
1/2, if I beat a reflex. Reflex is gonna be a 20, not natural.
So you'll take half on one. So the full one will be 6 plus 2 fire damage, plus do a fortitude save. And the half one will be 5, so make that a 2 also, plus 2, so 4, plus the energy drain.
Alright, so I get a 4th save, you said?
Yep, twice.
It's gonna be 18,
Are you good on the first one?
and 18 again.
Alright, just barely.
Alright, how much energy again? How high is Cersei flying?
You tell me it starts at 30 feet?
Yeah. Alright, so that's close enough. So I can hit everyone. 16 damage to all of, plus 2, 18 damage.
I'm just gonna start hex healing all these guys. He gets a will save though.
I rolled a 14.
That's not enough, so he'll take 2d8 plus 6 for one of the guys buzzing around me. 19 damage, and then I'll fire off a crossbow bolt at one of them. The same guy, why not? That's only going to be 11, so that's a miss.
Miss. Alright, so the 4 up there flying at you, Cersei. We've got a 16, a 27, 22, and a 27.
2 hits, 1 reflex.
So the 2 that were hits, that's going to be 13 damage, plus 10 fire damage, and I need you to do 2 fortitude saves. And then we'll worry about the third one after that.
Right, that's going to be 18 on the first one, and then 21 on the second one.
So you're good, and then the last hit, this one will be half. You'll take 2 instead of 4, and you take 5 fire damage, and I need you to do another fortitude save.
No, that's not going to work.
So you go down 1 level.
It's 7, and I don't want to waste the rest of my mythic points on it.
Alright, so you drop a level. You are now 1 level lower of your class. All your BAB, your fort, reflex, everything that would drop, you basically lose. Negative levels remain until 24 hours have passed or until they're removed by restoration. So you just have to do another fortitude save for tomorrow for it to go away. If you fail the fortitude save tomorrow in 24 hours, it becomes permanent. I got a 20 versus your AC, not natural, 26, 24, and a natural 20, which is a 30.
Alright, 1 hit.
6 damage plus 7 fire damage. I need you to do a fortitude save.
Nat 20.
Alright, so you're fine.
I'm gonna use my quick channel as a move action. 16 damage to everything. Help both us. Then, as my spell, I cast Pure Critical on the nearest one towards me.
Alright, will save something.
I don't know, it's a heal
It's a will
spell.
save.
I got a 13.
Nah, I'm gonna do it.
Alright, so how much damage did you take?
8, 10, 13, 16, 20 damage.
Well, I guess Cersei will cast Mage Armor on myself, so I have a little higher AC.
Alright, that's your standard.
Yeah, I don't have 2 attacks now since I've lost level. And that should be pretty much all I can do, I think.
Alright, 4 of them are going to attack you again. I got a 28,
Hit.
13, 27, and a natural 1. So I'll give you an attack of opportunity on 1 if you like.
Alright, that's 2 hits.
So that's going to be 8 damage plus 12 fire damage and 2 fortitude saves, of course. And then you can do your attack of opportunity on 1, and then I'll attack Harlock.
Alright, that's a 19, or 22, and a natural 20 on my fort saves.
Alright, so you don't lose any more levels.
And then my attack is only going to be 12.
So you do miss on your attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
And I have 4 that attack
Can
Harlock.
I cast a spell, or is it just
Just a standard,
melee?
like a melee attack.
Okay, that's what I thought.
13 for Harlock, 13, 28, and 27.
27 is for half on a reflex. Shit. That's not gonna do. That's a 15 on reflex.
So I'll let that be half, why not? So it was 1 full, 1 half? Alright, so we'll do the half one first. So I rolled an 8, so it'll be 4 damage plus 2 fire. And then the full one will be 4 damage and 2 fire also. And then 2 fortitude saves.
Gotcha. Alright, the first one is going to be 14.
Fail, unless you want to surge it.
Yeah, I'm gonna surge it as soon as the scooter goes by. That's an 18.
Alright, you just barely made it.
Alright, and I gotta roll one more, right?
Yeah, correct, you do 2.
That one is a 21.
So you're good?
Alright, yeah, good. So I'm gonna channel energy, my last one of the day, I think. So 14 damage to everything, and everybody gets 14 back.
I want you to do a perception check to see, like, you know, if these guys still look as glowy as they used to, or are they looking like they're kind of, you know, taking some hits here?
Yeah, they're definitely taking hits. You guys have definitely knocked them down to at least half power at this point. They're glowing half as brightly as they used to be.
Alright. Well, then I'm going to cast shield on myself.
You do a +4 AC, right?
Then I will, I can't. I don't have a second attack right now without spending mythic points.
It's going to be a 12 versus Cersei, a 22 versus Cersei, 22 versus Cersei, and a 14. Misses that turn. And they got a 14 for Harlock, 14, 15, and 29.
29 is a hit.
It's going to do 6 damage and 5 fire damage, and you have to do a fortitude save.
That was that's a 12. I'm gonna surge it. It's a 17.
One more.
Nice. Yeah, that's a 6. So
you're good now?
Yeah.
How many surges do you have left? How many mythic points?
2 left, I believe.
Then I believe it's on to you there, Harlock.
Okay, then yeah, I got 2 left. Alright, I'm gonna use Combat Healer. You can cast a cure spell as a swift action by spending 2. I'm going to, as a swift action, cast whatever my level 3 cure spell is. Cure Serious on the closest one that I hit last time. So 5, 7, 8, 9 plus 3 is 12 damage. Plus swift. And then I forgot about this one. I'm going to turn into energy body.
Energy body! It's been a while. I almost thought you forgot about energy body.
Increases light level within 10 feet by 1 step. Any undead creature striking you take normal damage, but the creature takes 1d6 positive damage plus 1 point per oracle level, so that's 1d6 plus 9. If I move through a living creature, they get 1d6 hit points plus 9 or health. You can heal yourself as a move action, which I have not moved yet.
Just cast it as standard, right? This is just a standard to go energy body, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you still have a swift and a move.
I can blast in this form for 9 rounds. Alright, I'm back up to full health as a move. Let's go.
Alright. I'm going to go ahead and apologize, but I'm going to cast an Ice Storm and try to hit as many people as possible, even if that does include Harlock.
Well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I assume I get the save.
if you wanted to hit all of them, if you wanted to hit all of them, Cersei, it's going to include you too.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so everybody gets hit by an ice storm.
Yeah. So
Does everybody
no
get
saving
a? Does
throw.
everybody? No one gets a saving throw. We all just
No.
take the damage.
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
13 damage to everyone, of which I'd like to point out that 2d6 of that is cold damage.
8 of it was cold damage. Right on.
Yeah. You just like move, zigzag through the group.
Yeah, I think so.
Just move as many, through as many as you can.
Just start hugging.
It will provoke attacks of opportunity. He can do that in an energy body.
Yeah, you can still hit me.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not totally at the real. You're just
Yeah.
exuding light from your body. And you've become most of you is pure light, and the rest of you is like a core that is exuding the pure light.
Exuding.
Yes.
It's exuding.
It exudes from you outwardly. All right, so that's a 22 versus Cersei,
Miss,
18,
miss,
28,
miss,
23.
miss.
And then versus Harlock, I got a 20, 17, a 28, and a natural 1. So you're going to attack of opportunity on 1. So you take 3 damage, plus 4 fire damage, and make a fortitude save, of course.
And then you're going to take damage from that as well.
Yep.
Fort save is a 15, so I'm going to need to surge at least once.
Ooh, got it.
Yeah, for the 6.
21.
Alright, so you're down to 1 surge left.
And then you take 1d6 plus 9,
Alright, roll it.
so 6 plus 9.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Yep. It's pretty good. And then you get an attack of opportunity on that guy.
Alright, so that's just Harlock's standard attack, right?
Yep.
17 to hit.
That is a miss.
Alright, I'm going to drop another Ice Storm on everybody. 11 cold damage and 10 bludgeoning damage.
1's out. I'm surprised anyone's still alive in this fight. My guys and your guys have all taken a lot. We've all taken a lot of shit. I got a 12 versus Cersei, a 28, a 23, and a 12. And then versus Harlock, I got an 18, a 28, and a 22.
Once I hit.
It's gonna do 6 damage plus 5 fire damage, and you have to make a fortitude save, and then I'm gonna take some damage.
Alright. 4. 15, so I need 1.
Oh boy.
It's your last one?
Yeah, I think so. 18 is what I need to beat.
Yep.
Yeah. But I need a 3 higher. 6! Yes. Woo!
Alright, so you're safe. You stay the same level.
But for how long?
Yeah. How much damage do I take from hitting you?
1d6
plus 9.
2. 11 damage. Whatever the one closest to me is, I'm going to cast Cure Critical.
Then you get a will save. Should I fail? I got a 10.
So
3d8 plus
4d8.
48 for critical.
Yep.
Nice. Oh, you're a cleric over 4.
Yeah, basically. So 2, 5, 8, 16 plus 20 damage to the one nearest me.
Alright, that one's out.
I'm gonna give the other one nearest me a big ol' hug.
You can move in its space and be prepared. You can ready an action to do that, but...
Never mind, I'll just say where I'm at then.
Okay. Because if not, you'd be provoking an attack of opportunity. And they might still take damage from hitting you, but...
I got one more mass inflict light wounds, so I'll go ahead and do that if you want to do a will save.
Okay.
For half.
Only one of them succeeds.
What did he roll?
29.
Yeah, that was it.
The rest I know are too low, so... That was the only one I even thought was high enough.
So everyone else takes 11 damage, that guy takes 6.
Alright. I got an 18 versus Cersei, a 15 versus Cersei, a 23 versus Cersei, and a 15 versus Cersei.
This is.
And then a 28 and a 25 versus Harlock.
One's a hit.
It's going to be 4 damage and 2 fire damage, and then make a fortitude save, and then I'll take some damage.
Alright. I don't have any more surges left. Fuck. No, I got a 3 plus. Yeah, I got 12.
We both lose a level.
Alright, you go down 1 level. You lose all the associated bonuses with that level.
Oh, some crazy fucking zombies, man.
Super ghouls.
Yeah. Super ghouls and ghosts. That was the end of...
Nah, it's Harlock now, right?
Yeah, that was your end of your turn.
Oh, that was enemy. But no, you're supposed to do damage to me. That's what we're missing. You're supposed to do me
Yeah.
d6 plus 9 or something.
So 1d6 plus 9.
10 damage.
You take 10.
I knew something was amiss.
Alright, whatever's closest to me is getting, let's see, let me see if there's more shit I've been missing this whole time. I doubt it, but, yeah, I'm going to, Cure Critical again, against the nearest one.
Okay. Will save?
That's a,
I got a 17 plus 7, so 24.
alright, so, 22. Yeah, you beat it. So 23 damage to the one closest to me. Half of that, so 12 damage? No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Drop another ice storm.
I'm gonna take a move action, it's just like a 5-foot step.
I'll get an attack of opportunity if you do that, but...
I'll take the attack.
Alright.
Yeah, go ahead and do your move before I do that.
Yeah.
I miss. I rolled a natural 1, so you actually get a reverse attack opportunity back on it.
Alright.
But
Oh, that might, 27 to hit.
Hit.
So that's gonna be,
What are you hitting him with?
my Morning Star.
Dope.
So that's 5 damage, but the Holy Water, I just looked it up, it does 2d4 against undead.
Yeah, so
and
add
it's
that
got
onto
a
it.
4 and 4, so 8 more damage, both of them.
Alright. So 1 more is out. There's only 1 down there on the ground with you now, Harlock. 3 up in the air with Cersei. She's about to drop something, I believe.
yeah, I'm gonna do another ice storm on everyone. That's gonna be 10 cold damage and 7 bludgeoning.
17.
17. I'm at like
Alright.
-4.
There's
here
now 1 in the air, 1 on the ground. The rest have been snuffed out.
Perfect.
The 1 in the air, I rolled 18 versus Cersei.
Miss.
And I rolled a 20 versus Harlock, so those are both misses.
Alright, so Harlock, you know what? I'm just going to attack him normally, the guy in front of me.
Okay, do it.
I'm going to take a full round, so I get attacks. First one is a 25 to hit. The second one is going to be a 16.
Hit and a miss.
6 damage, plus I'm going to use the Holy Water. I can use it 3 times a day.
Yeah.
12 damage.
He's out. Only one left is the one up there floating with Cersei.
I guess I will Hex heal him for 2d8. He gets a will save.
I rolled a 16, so.
Not enough. Alright. 9 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna try to attack you. I got a 22, which I believe is a miss.
Alright, they're pretty high up there, right?
We're still like 30 feet.
30
in the
feet.
air.
30 feet exactly, every time.
Alright, I'm gonna use my light crossbow and shoot at it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a full round on it.
Float back down to the ground if you want. I know I'll take an attack of opportunity, but at least it'll bring back down to us.
See what happens this round. Alright, if you want to do that next time. 16 to hit on the first one.
Miss.
And a 20 not natural to hit.
Miss. Just barely, though.
Alright.
You might even see a couple arrows like burn up as they pass near it.
I'm gonna take my 10-foot move to get heal myself.
Yeah, you walk 10 feet and feel better about it. Nice, refreshing walk.
Since I've already hexed him with healing, I can't do that to him again. So, just for fun, I'll just fire a lightning bolt at it. Reflex save for half.
I got a 19.
That is not enough.
Alright.
So he's gonna take 6d6. That ought to do it.
Let's hope so.
Hopefully.
Oh, you found the boss!
Wow, that's not a very good 66. 15, 16 damage. Woof.
Close. Very, very close, but not out yet.
Alright, well, I'll float back down to the ground.
Alright, so he gets an attack of opportunity, which is going to be a 28.
Yes.
Then he gets his normal attack, which is an 18, also a miss.
Harlock, finish him.
He's still up in the air, but yeah, he can still try and finish him.
Well, it's his turn now, right?
Oh, he already had his turn. I missed. I double missed on Cersei.
Oh, okay. But is he back down on the ground then?
No, he's about 15 feet up in the air, but not all the way down on the ground. He swung at Cersei twice, but hasn't fully descended.
I want to finish this in a fun way.
Yeah.
Can I acrobatics up and try and give him a hug?
Yeah, he's 15 feet up, so if you can beat an acro of at least 15, then I'll say you can jump 15 feet. Whatevs.
Ah, not 20!
Yeah, you can jump up and grab him by the ankles. You give him a
At
big
20,
old...
I want to grab him like a full buddy hug.
Okay, I'll allow it. It wasn't at 20. You jump up and grab the guy with your energy body. You give him a big old energy body reverse butt hug.
14 damage.
He's out.
Sweet.
You drag him back down to the ground. He goes out as an ember. You have these smoldering ghoul bodies on the ground now. 8 of them. You guys get 16,800 experience.
It's only split between 2 people, so I mean, those guys were tough.
Yeah, they
I
were.
was not expecting that.
You guys earned that experience.
I need to go back to your house and take a long nap.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Alright, we'll leave it with you guys heading back towards Oestra. So Aristophocles has finished his month of training with the Grupo Gamma, a Class 1 snorkeler, and has been trained in his own particular field to do missions for them, reconnaissance. He is resting in the hut of Baba Yaga, which dances, but remains motionless on the inside. Cersei and Morgan have teleported off back to Oestra to deal with Morgan's pregnancy, so she's in a safe environment, not off adventuring. They started getting worried about her. She started being fatigued and sick more often, so they try to take her to a safer environment, and Cersei's watching after her.
You don't say.
Yep. Froderick and some of the group remained behind, but at some point in time, Alec Holland, Juwan, Kit, Bronze Wizard, Caesar, and Turtle Flap all left to go to the Blinding Light Guild to try to get a new hand for Turtle Flap.
We couldn't bring Aristophocles because he's evil.
Harlock traveled with them for a while, so he also left whenever they left. You remained behind in the hut. Is anyone else in Ramses, who's asleep, and Viva, who's asleep? So you're in the hut with Viva and Ramses, who are asleep in the town of Delbub.
I've completed my training, right?
You have completed your training. You are now official Grupo Gamma. You've got your water communication bubble, which can alert you to a mission whenever you're near a target. You just need to drop it in water to receive the message. It'll buzz annoyingly whenever there's a message for you to get. Sound like a mosquito.
Okay, so I won't have to catch the message. It'll let me know when there's
It'll buzz like a mosquito whenever there's a message for you to get, and for you to receive the message, you just have to drop it in water, and then it'll become audible.
I did.
It floats in water.
Cool.
I think maybe Froderick's left behind too. I can't remember if Cersei left him behind the hut or not.
Can I give Billy a fairy?
Yeah, of course. All you have to do is a wisdom check to unlock your box. Or take a 20 on it, if you got time to kill in this hut, which you do.
Actually, yeah. Can I just take a 20?
You take a 20, you unlock the box, release the fairy. Billy has his snack and curls up around your neck, cooing, purring, as Billy is wont to do after he's been fed. Happy dragon.
Happy dragon. Happy dragon is a good dragon.
And keep your dragon happy by tuning in next time for more Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.